this out the heater. Ah, shoot. Yo, it was a great week, or should I say 2 days. Basically, this week has been insane for this parlay joint, y'all. Like, it was crazy. It was so crazy. And I'm just happy I came out on top. I'm happy I came out on top because basically, I started off Saturday with a 4-game parlay. I thought Atalanta was gonna win. I thought I thought Atlanta was gonna win. I thought Bayern Munich was gonna win. Juventus was gonna win, and then AC Milan was gonna win. But I just thank God that Atlanta ended up tying because that's just why with this parlay stuff, man. Like timing is of the essence. You gotta have perfect timing. You gotta be following the game the whole way through, man. Just follow it the whole way through. Like, especially now since I don't have Paramount, the app right now, I've just been following it on livescore.com, and it was just so crazy because I started off like I said with that Atalanta game, and it was really crazy because that was the first game of the day. I now started seeing that they were tying the game, tying the game, tying the game. That it's like they won't score at all this game, you know. So next thing is like the game was 0-0. I went and withdrew because I put $40 in. I withdrew my bread before the game could finish. Literally, bro. I withdrew $3.38, something like that. And it wasn't meant for me to have a week like this. That's so crazy. It's about to get even more crazy, right? Next thing you know, I did a plus 46.73 on a 4-game parlay. So for some reason, something just told me like, man, bro, I know you thought that Atlanta was gonna win for sure, but if you thought they were gonna win for sure, and they didn't even score a goal, and they just tied, have more flexibility with AC Milan and Juventus. And the craziest thing about it, everybody knows AC Milan is one of the most inconsistent teams, even though they just won the Coppa Italia. They just won the Coppa Italia, but you know AC Milan is always you just never know how they're gonna go. So like, fuck it, man. I'm a bet. I'm Bayern Munich winning. That one's a given. Which is what I did. And then I'm a bet on Marseille winning because Marseille was playing yesterday. So I went and did a 4-game parlay. I said AC Milan to win, um, Marseille to win, uh, and then Juventus tie, and Juventus tie, AC Milan tie. So the craziest part about it was that I know the first game that ended up happening, I think, was Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich was playing at the same time. I want to say they were playing at the same time as I forget which game was the last game. But long story short, I was watching all of them at the same time. I just can't remember exactly which game ended up going first or whatever. But all I know is I believe the first one might have been Bayern Munich. Yeah, I think the first one was Bayern Munich, and then AC Milan was playing around that same time, I think. So boom, Bayern Munich ended up winning 1-0. It was a nail biter, but they won. Then AC Milan now won. No, they didn't win. Sorry, they didn't win. They tied. And I was now getting happy when I see AC Milan tie. Like, oh shit, you know, boom. Then Juventus now tied. I was like, oh shit, bro. Oh shit, bro. If Juventus tie, we're gonna be on something. Bro. If you see how I was following live score, you know I wanted to win some money yesterday because literally the 338. Had I won that, it was gonna turn into 166 from $3.30 to $166. So I remember the last game I was following yesterday. I think was Marseille. Marseille was now playing. They were playing. Who were they playing? They were playing Rennes, and it's like that was the last game I was following. I just needed them to win. Boom, they ended up winning. I was like, oh shit, bro! I couldn't even believe I turned $3 and some change to 166. It was like just crazy, bro. It's like that's why this gambling shit. Some days when it really get good, it can get good. $3 and some change to 166. So then, boom. I was like, nah, bro. I ain't even gonna pull it out yet. I want to win some more. You know how Finesse said? Finesse was like, I need some more, some more, some more, and some more, some more. I need some more, some more, some more, and some more, some more. You feel me? So next thing you know, 4-game parlay, all 4 games I predicted hit. I now went to the next day. I now bet on Inter Milan winning. That was the first game of the day. Inter Milan winning, Napoli winning. Inter and Napoli is them team that's gonna be like almost down there for sure win. I bet Inter Milan winning, Napoli winning, Atletico Madrid winning, PSG winning. And I did two. I split it because I thought Bologna was either gonna win or tie. That's where it's gonna get tricky in this story I'm about to tell, right? So Inter was the first game of the day. They ended up winning. Boom, 1-0, nailed by tight like the Bayern Munich game. And it was crazy because after that Inter game, there was now 4 more games left, right? So I remember the next 2 games, and the last 2 games for sure was PSG's game and Napoli. So the other 2 games was Atletico, another nail biter win. They won 1-0. Boom, and they missed the penalty. And then so it's now 2 wins in the bag. Inter won, Atletico won, and then who else? It was Inter, PSG. Sorry, no, Inter won, Atletico won. So I'm following those 2. So then after Atletico won, who else did I need to win? Then I ended up winning. After Inter, yeah. Then the next game that came on was the Bologna-Roma game. So what I had done was, which is why I'm kind of wishing I put more money on that game, but I could have made it a 4-game parlay and bet less, which is probably what I should have done because it was other games was 4 straight wins. So I could have just put more and made it like a straight 4-game parlay, but then I wanted to take that risk, so I went and bet on Bologna-Roma. So then what I did was I went and did a split bet because I was already up 161 or whatever, or 166. I went in and bet part of the bread. Did a 4-win parlay with Bologna winning on one parlay. And I did a 4-game parlay, which is a 5-game, but I'm just saying how I did 2 different parlays with Bologna. One of them I have Bologna winning. One of them I have Bologna tying. And this is this crazy thing. This is why I just thank God for blessing me today, right? God really blessed me today. When you do the parlays, what usually can happen is that as the game is going along, you could withdraw early. If the team you thinking is gonna win is like, let's say if your team is tying, right? But you bet on the win, you could take the money out early, right? So Bologna was winning. So I thought they were gonna win, keep on winning, and end up winning the game. So I try to cash out on the parlay that I bet on a tie. You understand? The parlay that I had them on the tie. I tried to take them, and it wasn't even nothing though. It was only about $3.50. But obviously, if I turn $3.50 to $166, then $3.50, me withdrawing that is not so small. You see what I'm saying? What's going on, y'all? So if I like if I was You know what I'm saying? If I could make 350 into 166, then obviously 350 might not be that small. But then again, I was just gonna withdraw it just because I thought that Bologna was gonna win the game. And keep in mind, I'm not even watching at this point. I'm not watching it. You know, I was just following on a live score. Bologna, and then for some reason, bro, it wouldn't let me cash out. It wouldn't let me cash out. 'Cause like I said, I was already still up 140 regardless. But you know, I wouldn't have won that extra 80 something dollars I won. So I would have just won 140 over 2 days, which is like $100 profit instead of like 180 profit, which I really made depositing that 40, but I really made 217 off $3. So, you know, I basically lost and I had to keep on betting back. So it's like basically, when I tried to cash out on the parlay that said it was gonna be a tie, it said error. You know, it wouldn't let me do it. And then what happened was it went and even did a smaller amount, like 35 cents or something. So when I now seen that it was like 35 cents, I was like, man, that's so small that it's not even worth cashing out. And I thank God I didn't cash that shit out, bro. I thank God that I didn't cash it out, and I also thank God that something kind of happened with the software that just wouldn't allow me to take that little amount because they're probably looking at it like, oh man, bro, like, um, it probably was looking at it like, how was the best way to put it? The software probably looking at it like the game is gonna be closer to ending because it was like 8 minutes of added time, so the game is gonna be closer to ending. So we rather you get even less than that $3. You know, because all these gambling apps, they want to make it work in their favor. It's a business at the end of the day. So it didn't work. It went from 350 or whatever to like 35 cents. So I just said, fuck, I'll leave it. 3 minutes later, Roma equalized with a penalty in the 97th minute. So God was just telling you, bro, don't take that money out, bro. Trust me, I got a plan for you. This is gonna work how you thought. Bologna ended up winning, so now I'm up 3 games because I'm up 3 games at this point because Atletico Madrid had won, Inter Milan had won, Bologna tied. I remember I did 2 different parlays, one with Bologna winning, one with Bologna tied. So Bologna tied, Inter had won, and then Atletico Madrid had won. So now just remain 2 games at this point. Not Barcelona, Napoli was playing Verona at the same time that PSG was playing Saint Etienne. Napoli, bro, I just have so much confidence that I barely be thinking about, oh, they're going to win the game. They was up 1-0 when I checked. I was just checking every couple of minutes, kept on checking, coming back. They now scored a second, like, oh, shoot, I'm happy. Napoli was winning. PSG was now up 2-0 at a certain point, and then they now came back. Not they came back, but Saint Etienne now scored 1 goal. So like, man, this might, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it doesn't end in a tie. But luckily, man, PSG was able to hold it off, bro. They didn't let them score another one. They were able to hold it off. And Napoli was able to hold it off. As soon as Napoli scored that second goal, like, oh, I know for sure there's no way that Verona could come back and equalize, man. Because Napoli's too strong of a team. Their team is deep. It has a lot of depth. Those guys are really the guys, man. So I was happy Napoli won. I was happy that PSG won, you know. That's how I turned $3 and some change to $223 in 2 days. I'm telling y'all, man, man, I know a few things about these soccer parlays, man, and this is gonna be a great week because all this happened from me just pulling out that Atalanta money early and just believing, betting on myself, and trying a different strategy, not just betting the AC Milan gonna win. Because I've noticed a lot of times when I bet on the parlays, I like to do 4 or 5 games at a time. Or a lot of time when I bet on everybody winning, that's when shit crashes. And it's like, I just put my stats up for the 2 days. It was yeah, it was it just, I just knew what I was doing, man. It was like six wins and 3 ties. So that's why I'm starting to realize now that not everybody gonna win. You know what I'm saying? AC Milan, they just won the Super Copa or whatever, but then they go ahead and tie the next game because they're inconsistent like that. Juventus, they've tied as much as they won this year. They've probably tied more than they won because they just tie every other game. And then Bologna Roma, I checked the stats for that. Bologna Roma hadn't beaten them since like 2020 or some shit like that. So it's like I knew that game could either be a tie or a win for Bologna. I felt like Roma wasn't gonna win that shit, bro. I just felt like they wasn't gonna win. So they're consistent too. So I went and bet on Bologna, but I bet on them 2 different ways. And by you seeing how that game went, you could tell like, oh man, this dude kind of know what he was doing because it's like that shit. And in the last minute, Bologna could have almost won, bro. And it's like Napoli, not Napoli, but Roma literally equalized the last minute, bro. So it's like shows, man. I knew what I was doing, So I got a flashlight. So that's been a great 2 days of parlays, man. And all week this is gonna be games. Yeah, it's been a great week of parlays, man. But yeah, bro, it's like just felt good about this week of parlays, man. I made some good money. I'm about to send one of my bros a little 50 piece, Keep it moving. I'm just happy, bro. Like, turn that joint into some great bread, man. I want to see if that shit, I want to see how legit that shit look like a straight scam. I'm gonna leave it on for 4 more minutes just because of that.